Well, brothers and sisters, this demonstration has shown that the working class has taken a stand. A stand against the plans of General Motors, a stand against the low wages, a stand against the attempts to divide workers with their brothers and sisters all over the world, and a stand against the unions which have decided to join hands with management. This demonstration is saying the time for givebacks and concessions is over. Working people are looking for a way to fight. The coalition of rank and file committees and the Socialist Equality Party encourage this rebellion. GM says the plants are their plants. We say no. Those plants are our plants. Yeah! Without
Those
working
plants.
people, nothing will be built.
Yeah!
The rank and file committee is here to say jobs are not negotiable. We're not asking, we're demanding.
Yeah!
We're saying enough is enough. Can I hear it?
Enough is enough!
Can't hear you.
Enough is enough!
The union is saying there's nothing that can be done.
Bullshit.
We don't accept that. Look at what our Mexican brothers are doing.
Yeah,
The
right.
workers in Matamoros have been out on strike against the same conditions that workers face in the US and all over the world. But it's not being reported. This is one of the largest strikes in North America. 70,000 workers are striking against the auto industry, many involving the same companies in the US and in the Detroit area. The reason they don't report it is because they are afraid of reporting it. They don't want workers in America, Europe, or any place else in the world to get the same idea. The Matamoros workers marched to the US border and said, American workers, wake up. We agree. American workers, wake up.
Hell yeah.
Workers in Mexico, yellow vests in France, everywhere, working people are saying, enough is enough.
Yeah!
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Larry's the Assistant National Secretary of the Socialist Equality Party. Now, the corporate executives inside that building behind us have decreed that they will close 5 factories in the US and Canada and destroy more than 14,000 jobs in the coming months. Their job massacre began on Monday, when more than 4,000 engineers and technicians, IT workers and others were escorted out of the GM Tech Center like little more than criminals and trespassers, many who have worked for decades producing profits. Next month, General Motors plans to shut down the giant Lordstown assembly plant, the anchor of central Ohio, where workers in the early 70s carried out powerful wildcat strikes. Then the next on the chopping block is the Detroit Hamtramck assembly plant, built in 1985. And then the Oshawa, Ontario plant. And then the transmission plants in Warren and in Baltimore. If these plants are allowed to close, They will mean a death sentence to working class communities, more opioid deaths, more schools deprived of funding. We are gathered here to say that we do not accept this illegitimate decision. We will not sit idly by for another criminal attack by corporations to throw workers out on the streets who have produced billions and billions in profits for these corporations. Last Wednesday, or rather Thursday morning, General Motors announced that they had just made $11.8 billion in 2018 in profits, plus a 9.5% profit margin in the United States. Over the last 4 years, this money in billions in profits has not gone back into the factories, let alone to the wages and benefits of workers. Almost $14 billion has gone for stock buybacks and dividend payments for billionaires like Warren Buffett, who own millions of stocks in this corporation. Since the first bailout of Chrysler in 1979, the United Auto Workers has told workers year after year after year that they must accept wage and benefit cuts to save their jobs. And what has that produced? 600,000 workers have lost their jobs. Older workers have been pushed out, and a new generation of young auto workers are coming in at poverty wages, at part-time labor, with no rights whatsoever, although they continue to pay dues to the UAW. Now, no organization that takes bribes from corporations and owns 100 million shares in General Motors is going to do anything to defend auto workers.
That's right.
That is why on December 9th, we organized an emergency meeting. And at that meeting, a steering committee of the coalition of rank and file committees was established, of auto workers, of teachers, of Amazon workers and others, to take the struggle out of the hands of the corporate-controlled unions and mobilize all workers in a struggle to defend the right to a decent paying job and a future. This is not just a fight of auto workers. This is not just a fight of workers in America and Canada. It is a fight of workers around the world.
That's right.
Against the capitalist system. A system which pours trillions of dollars into the coffers of 3 billionaires who have more wealth than the bottom 90% of the population.
Boom!
We face a big fight ahead of us, but today is an important step in developing an independent initiative of workers to link together auto workers with other sections of workers and to unite workers around the world. The only answer to inequality, to poverty, to war is the development of a powerful movement of the working class that will use the great advances in science and technology and the labor of the world's people to create a society based on social equality. The fight for socialism, that's what we're fighting. So I'd like now for us to take some time. We'll march over to the 2nd Avenue Baptist Church. We'll get warmed up with some hot chocolate, and then we'll discuss the way forward in this fight. Thank you very much.